Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 Monday Night Raw for June 26th. Now, Raw, up and down, up and down. If I had to grade it, maybe a C plus, B minus. I mean, it was okay, but there was a good chunks of the show that I just didn't watch. Because there's other things on, like American Ninja Warrior, that I really care about watching. That, when WWE does stupid stuff like they did tonight, and I'm not even going to cover the segment, then the TV gets turned, because I'm tired of giving my time to something that's just so fucking stupid. Raw starts off with Roman calling off Braun Strowman. Of course, Braun brings the ambulance back, or backs one into the arena. Roman goes and checks it out. Braun sneak attacks him. Roman ends up getting thrown into the side of it and being thrown inside of it. Look, that bump was legit. Off the stage, onto the side of the ambulance, and then there was a little lighting area down there that he hit as well. I have absolutely no problem saying that this is going to be a great match at the next pay-per-view, and that I can't wait to see it. Just point blank, I just can't wait to see it. The Cesaro and Sheamus Elias Sampson versus Balor and the Hardys. I'm done, basically. Their angle should have ended already. I'm done with it. They've been basically feuding since WrestleMania, and I'm done with it. They just need to go ahead and end it at the next pay-per-view, which again, I will not say the name of that pay-per-view. But I can't endorse the feud. I can't, or the story. I'm done with it. Or that's just the way I feel. The Miz and the Miz Tourage, which I thought was a nice touch. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel versus Heath Slater, Rhino, and Dean Ambrose. Of course, Miz and the Miz Tourage get the win. Look, I love that Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, and Rhino are all getting TV time. Meaningful TV time, because this match was, what, two full segments? Maybe a little bit, maybe more, maybe 2.5 segments. Look, I want to see guys that are on the roster used. And so when this match is presented, I love it because it's something fresh and it's something new. It's something we haven't seen, and it ain't got to be brand new. It's just something that we haven't seen 1,000 times over in the last several months. And I get it, but I don't like it. This, I like. New, I like new. Enzo and Cass, speaking of new, break up last week. And then tonight, they get back together. And then they break up again. I waited because I wanted to see the whole segment. And I was starting to get a little hot. Because I didn't like the fact that they broke them up to begin with, for one. And for two, I didn't like the fact that they never got the run as the tag team champions, which I thought they deserved. And, if they hadn't broken them up, they could still do it. They could still have that run. But I was about to get mad. And but at the back of my head, I just knew. I'm like, this is a swerve. It's got to be. This has got to be a huge swerve, and everybody has got to know that it is. Why would they do that beatdown the week before, and Cass giving a promo? See, I think they've booked this whole thing wrong. I don't like the creative behind. I love swerves in wrestling. I really do. Anybody that follows me on Twitter, I'm always suspecting a swerve because I love seeing it. I don't like how this swerve was done creatively, because basically it swerved the audience. You're trying to double swerve us and triple swerve us, and I don't like it. I just don't like the booking. It's too back and forth. It's too hectic. It's like they don't really know what they're doing. Like they're just doing stuff to fill time, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I personally don't like it. Now others will probably get on their whatever and say, "Oh, it was great. It was the greatest segment. Oh, I love Enzo and Cass. Oh, this is going to be a great story." And it still can be a great story. The problem is, I don't like how everything is unfolding. I just don't like the creative behind the unfolding of the story. Cass then threatens Corey Graves, which I don't know what they're doing with Corey, to be honest with you, but I kind of feel like he needs to be out from behind that desk. And I love Corey Graves as a Raw play-by-play, but I just kind of feel like, and I think Booker T has a lot to do with that too, because I just don't like Booker behind that desk. You know, even David Otunga to me was better because he wasn't jumping in all the time and just saying stuff just to say it. And other people who have been in the WWE that have big platforms will tell you that this is great that Booker's on. I disagree. I don't have to agree with everybody. I don't like it. I just don't. It's dumb. He's not a good announcer. He was a fantastic wrestler, not a good announcer. Let's just be honest. Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins beats Kurt Hawkins. We get a Bray promo, which, again, is always nice. Paul Heyman starts he has a little mini promo, introduces Brock. Brock comes out, Smojo, sneak attack from behind, bam, cookie to clutch. The problem with the segment, and they did another pull apart, but it wasn't a big locker room pull apart. It was just, I think it was the Revival and Carl Anderson was the only ones out there pulling Joe off. They should have let Joe put Lesnar out. He should have choked him out. Just to show that it could be done. Now they're trying to play it like he has that Joe has a real threat of taking the title, but they never put Brock out. You see, that's the problem. You do this to show that he can be beat, that my move can put him out, but he didn't put him out. He just showed that I can get the hold on him. That's all he showed. And we're not going to see Brock again until the next pay-per-view. So, we've only got, one more Raw before the next pay-per-view? So, we'll have Samoa Joe gloating about it. We may have Paul Heyman show up, I don't know. But it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, why they would show, we'll just show him that he can get the move on him. But he's got to put him out. Heyman does another promo backstage, which was 10 times better than anything he said in the ring. Heyman's just a whiz on the mic. Neville beats Lindsay Dorado. Akira Tozawa officially joins the Titus brand and is announced as the #1 contender. I'm assuming the title match will take place at the next pay-per-view. I kind of went in and out on that. And then the women's gauntlet match for the #1 contendership. Look, I'm very impressed with Nia Jax. I'm just going to be honest, and I've said this a lot over the last several months, that I am just really impressed with how she has progressed and how she continues to progress. And she was out there for, I think Corey Graves said 32 minutes or something tonight. Like, she's putting in the work. And yeah, she didn't do a whole lot, but she doesn't have to because she's a bigger girl. It's just like the Big Show working a 32-minute match. He doesn't have to do a lot to get the match over. And she didn't have to do a lot and got the match over. She beat Bayley. And then she beat Mickie James, Dana Brooke. I thought Emma was going to beat her. I was wrong. I thought Emma's going to do it. And she didn't. And then beat Sasha Banks came out and beat her. Because she was exhausted. She'd been out there so long. Whatever. That's the story they're going to tell. And then Alexa comes out and eats a drop kick. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Alexa just gets in the ring, and then Sasha attacks her. That's bad. That's bad booking. I mean, Sasha just went through a war. A war with Nia, trying to take Nia out, and then all of a sudden the champion comes out, and you bump and the one that's went through the war bumps the champion, and the champion powders. I don't like it. I don't like it. Bad creative. So, a C+ for the show, I think, is a fair grade, if I had to give it one. So there you go. Now we move on to, I probably didn't talk about the Goldust beatdown enough, but it's old school Goldust. It's just great. Now we move on to tomorrow night. Let's hope the WWE does it right, and they put the rematch for the SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank in the main event. Because I don't want to see that open the show. That doesn't need to open the show. That needs to close the show. And I will fight anybody, argumentative style, tooth and nail, until I get my point across. There you go. That's all I have for this edition of the 4-on-1. Make sure to tune back tomorrow night late, and I will have up the 4-on-1 for SmackDown Live tomorrow night. Hopefully, probably about the same time I'm uploading this tonight, which is about 11 Central Time here. So maybe I'll have it up by then. Until then, follow me on Twitter at TheAnswerCast. I will be definitely live tweeting that tomorrow night. Also, I got to give a big shout out to my Gator baseball team for winning Game 1. Hope that you can get it done tomorrow against LSU. Hashtag Go Gators. Hashtag Beat LSU. Anyway, with all that being said, thank you for tuning. I will see you guys later. Deuces. As always, Chaos out.